Okay, the secret's out.
10 YouTubers are coming together to make our very own version,
Alice Adventures in Wonderland.
or better call it, Artists in Wonderland. So our YouTube community is quite vast, but if you have not yet seen 1000's channel,
In case you missed the epic announcement, let's fill you in.
Okay, behind the scenes, 10 artist YouTubers have been secretly orchestrating a massive event. Some might call it the biggest art collaboration ever on YouTube. Yes, bigger than that one. And that one.
this time we're gonna do something a bit different. And there are 10 of us.
5 artist YouTubers from Europe and 5 artist YouTubers from USA are gonna be competing in a head-to-head competition in a massive 10-day mural battle event.
This is all going to be hosted in 1000's 15,000 square foot studio, but wait, there's more.
You see, all 10 of us decided we would love to make a collaboration print to celebrate this mural event.
And here is the theme we're working with.
This won't actually be a physical canvas that goes around. We are going to be working digitally. To make it all cohesive, we're actually all in charge of a character. You're probably wondering, who are the YouTubers in this collab? I'll let them introduce themselves.
Let's go! Hello guys, my name is Doke. I come straight from the heart of Europe, from a little country called Slovakia, and naturally I represent Team Europe.
Doke is going to be doing the Cheshire Cat.
What is happening, people, is I'm T2 Sugars, Welsh graffiti artist, and I am representing Team Europe. YIC, baby!
T2 Sugars is working on Tweedledum.
Hi, I'm Flo. I'm from Frankfurt, Germany, and I'm representing Team Europe.
Flo's got us with the March hair.
Yo! My name is Smo. I'm a graffiti artist from Germany.
And Smo's character is Frog Footman.
Team Euro.
And our last and final member of Team Europe is working on the White Rabbit.
Yo, what's up? My name is Nick Moody. I'm an artist from Germany, and I'm going to paint for Team Europe.
Hey there, hi there, ho there. It is Slew coming from Brooklyn, New York City, representing Team USA. I bet you didn't think my hat was this big.
And speaking of hats, Slew's got the Mad Hatter.
1000 representing America!
Naturally, 1000 is going to work on the Queen of Hearts. And you can't have a collab happen without 10 toes, which is what these guys call themselves.
Yo, what's up? Kipto here, coming from Southern California. He represents Team USA. Let's go, baby!
Yep, you guessed it. The caterpillars all Kiptos.
My name is Black Bean. I'm 35 years old, 6'4", 112 pounds. And I'm representing Team USA. Play ball!
Blackbean is going to create Tweedledee. And we've got one more awesome YouTuber just coming to hang, because why not?
I'm Bobby Duke, and I'm just coming to hang out and eat the food.
Hey, I'm Jess. I'm from the sunny state, and I'm representing Team USA. And also Team Girls. Jess, you do realize you are the only girl, right? Yeah, I'm okay with it.
And I am very excited to have Alice.
So in this video, I want to share my process of making the character.
So in case you're wondering for a nice little behind the scenes, let's get into it. We've all been communicating via Discord, our own little secret server. We started roughly planning out the composition. But here's the one we decided on as a group. The next thing we came up with were some deadlines. To ensure everything launches on time and everything goes smoothly, we all made sure to submit our sketches and finals on time. As artists with many different styles, we're sticking to one color palette to make everything cohesive. And oh boy was I excited for this challenge. 1000 let us know this is going to be a silkscreen print. And the best for printing is flat colors, no gradient shading, and digital. It was super helpful seeing 1000's example he sent over to us. And now that the game plan is set, it's time to get the creative gears rolling. If you've been watching the channel, you know how much I love traditional media. And for me, it personally starts on paper.
Even if we're working digitally, I still feel like I need that initial pencil and paper. So let's start the sketches.
My process varies depending on the project. Since we are dealing with characters and a story here, I went back into the story itself, got familiar with it, and then just started brainstorming some ideas that I wanted to convey in my character. Writing down words helps me stay on track with what I'm trying to convey. The very first idea I had was to have her kind of falling because she goes venturing around, so maybe a little more of an action pose can convey it nicely. Although I love the drawing, I don't think it would fit very nicely with the rest of the group. This was a fun challenge because we didn't see each other's artwork, we were just all planning our own characters and then we were puzzling it together as time went on. And we are 10 artists collabing together, and although Alice is the central figure, my priority was still to keep everybody else in mind. I continued trying out different poses. This one was a little bit more of a side angle and her sipping the tea, and I did my best to include key elements and details from the story itself. I felt like I was onto something, but it just didn't really feel like the one, you know? Until I made this drawing. When the options are endless, it can get a little tricky as to what you want to include or not include in the character. Everything from the body language, the expression, the shapes you create, the costumes, all play a huge role in the creation of the character, and also the magic that us artists bring to life. The initial sketch was quite messy, and I just took a little tracing paper and a brush pen to make sure I'm actually getting in some line work, and I started tracing over my own sketch to try to refine it just a little bit. Some may find this step completely unnecessary, however, it was exactly what I needed to get to know Alice just a bit better. My ultimate goal was to create this clumsy, curious, yet excited, surprised expression. We also as a group agreed on lighting to come from the left, so I began thinking about that as well.
Okay, so I have done a few sketches and a little ink drawing of the one that I kind of like the most and the idea that I kind of like the most. So the moment of truth is going to be now to put this into the sketch with all the other guys and see how it fits inside as of right now. But I really like this kind of like surprised expression where she's holding the teacup, she's surprised and she's sipping on the tea. Her dress is flying up, her hair is flying up. This is the one that I'm leaning towards at the moment. But hey, the art process, anything can change at any time. Let's do the moment of truth. I'm gonna take a picture of it now and then we're gonna bring it right into the iPad and see how it looks.
Currently, only a few characters are in the sketch, kind of put in there very roughly, but I'm gonna work with what I've got and just still curious to see how it looks as of right now with everyone else's. There's always a doubt process whenever working on something, but working with all these guys really was super uplifting because everybody was just supporting one another. It was awesome.
Alright, after looking at it for a little while, I actually really love it, and I think that it looks really cool that perhaps she could be sitting on top of the Mad Hatter's hat, and I love her expression, like she's surprised, she's like, oh, where am I? I think it'll be really cool if the hair can wrap around 1000's Queen of Hearts, and I tried to do my best to make her like interacting, maybe like the dress can be flying out into the other characters. And yeah, I'm excited. So the next thing is gonna be to ink this out in Adobe Fresco or perhaps Procreate. I'm gonna see right now, and we're gonna make a dark blue line drawing because that's the line drawing that everybody's gonna have. And then I'm gonna start doing the color options. Let's do it.
I opened Procreate and created a new file, 11 by 14, 300 dpi. I brought my sketch in, and while I refine it, I want to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by Squarespace. To refine my sketch, I lower the opacity of my brush pen drawing, I create a completely new layer on top, and begin with the pencil brush. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for you to grow your art business, your website, your portfolio, you name it. I actually built my website on the first year of art school, and setting it up with their award-winning templates made it that much easier. And after years of having my website with Squarespace, they're now upgrading so many things, like their SEO tools, flexible payments for your shop, and my personal favorite, how user-friendly and amazing it looks on a mobile device. If you're looking for a place to build yours, head over to squarespace.com for your free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/JessCarp for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Working on completing a drawing and an art piece completely digitally is definitely not my current go-to. I was really missing that paper or canvas feel that I can just paint on with a brush. But with every challenge, a learning experience. I was still figuring out all the little details in the ruffles, the direction of the feet, making sure the shoes are correct. It felt like there was so much going on, although it doesn't seem like it. And I was excited to see everyone's refined sketches coming in so I can try to adjust this random idea I had for the hair behind the queen. And I couldn't really begin trying it until everybody's puzzle piece was there.
Wow. So we just started playing around with the composition. Everybody's got their sketches in. Looks awesome. So now we all are gonna finalize our drawings and sketches to have a lighter line point. So that's the next thing on the agenda. So right now we've got 1000's queen at the top, twins over on the left. We've got Smo's frog right there, got the rabbit over on the bottom left, Mad Hatter, Kipto's caterpillar, got Cheshire Cat by Doke, we got Flo's hair at the very top. And this is gonna be so cool. Alice is gonna be sitting on Mad Hatter's hat, so I think what I need to do is just get the right anatomy out on the legs now, the hands, make sure everything's looking clean, and figure out the shape that's gonna happen up here with the hair. Let's crank it out.
To ensure I've got the correct anatomy on my character, I created a layer under all of the layers in a red line drawing, lowered the opacity a bit, and this way I had a little roadmap to my actual anatomy of Alice. This is definitely when drawing digital and planning everything out comes super handy. Once I felt like everything was refined with the pencil, I dropped in our limited color palette and it was time to start inking. Throughout time, I've been learning how much a line can say. There's so much language in every brush stroke. And while I was inking, I made sure to keep my sketchbook nearby so that I can still translate and try to keep that brush stroke of the brush pen traditionally. I was having so much fun with these ruffles. I love details and I love little elements that you can include throughout every piece. I was slowly chipping away, and I actually found the eraser tool just as helpful as the drawing tool. It allowed me to focus on the negative space and carve out all these beautiful angles and curves. I'm not sure if it's just me, but I found my arm straining throughout time because maybe I was pushing the hours, so I needed to take breaks here and there. But I knew I was making pretty good progress. Throughout the inking process, I needed to make sure that all the lines and shapes are closed off. This is to ensure that the fill color doesn't go all over the Procreate file once I begin doing that. There were also definitely moments where my hand was shaky and I had to redo the line like 10 times. But eventually, I knew I had to call it a night. Exhaustion creeped in after staring at a screen for some time. But hey, tomorrow's another day. The next morning, I set up the cameras, set up all the equipment, and got straight back to work. Sometimes you gotta just sit back and look at it from afar. Time was ticking, and I wanted to complete the line drawing and make sure that I have the color options getting started. I was working on 2 videos simultaneously, so there was just so much going on in my head. And nothing beats the thrill of busy creativity. After the blue ink drawing was complete, I tried out a few different color options. Some different stocking colors, some different hair colors. This is where my indecisive nature comes in, but for some reason I was really leaning towards these last 2. I duplicated my ink drawing layer and began filling in and dropping in color for the final color drawing. And I had to be careful because, yeah, that could happen. My color comp was ready, but now it was time to really make sure that everything is colored in beautifully and really finesse out all those details. Although planning everything can be the harder part, I'm constantly reminding myself to just make room and love every single part of the creative process. While I was coloring this in, it suddenly hit me how cool this project is. Getting to know everyone virtually, talking online, seeing everyone's little puzzle piece appear in the composition, it truly made my heart so full, and I'm so grateful to be able to connect with these awesome artists, like-minded human magicians, and I'm even more stoked to meet everyone in person, paint murals, which is gonna be super cool. And yeah, just shout out to those guys. Thank you. So it looks like the final 2 characters of our composition are now complete. Everyone has officially finished their final characters. And I was waiting for this moment because there was one final detail to complete. 1000's now sending me the final file of all of the stuff put together, and it's time to wrap it up with a little bit of movement. I had this idea of having Alice's hair wrap around behind the queen, but then I also thought if there's all this energy flowing around, it's gotta go around some of the other characters as well. I started off with a very rough explosion of flowy lines, and then I followed the intuitive feeling of where I thought that it can kind of go around throughout the whole piece. I can't really explain this part in words, I just played some music and allowed the flow to take over. Zooming into everybody's artwork was such an experience. A small picture definitely didn't do it justice until I saw it and zoomed in. Hits the soul in a completely different way. If you know, you know. Finishing up all the details and seeing it as one, I couldn't wait to see it in large print in person. I also couldn't wait to send this over to everyone to see what they think. I really love the hair, but I was a little nervous to see how they would like it. But hey, here goes nothing. I sent over the final photo and part of the project, and everybody seemed to love it as well. And then when 1000 sent this message, that bittersweet feeling definitely hit. Oh man, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It is finally complete. Just check out how amazing this came out. Unbelievable. It's just mind-blowing seeing this all come together at last. Ladies and gentlemen, artists in Wonderland. Huge shout out to Smo for creating this amazing logo with his super awesome graffiti skills, and to everyone else involved. We did it.
can't wait to see the prints in person. We have officially launched the prints, stickers, and t-shirts, and there's also a super cool bundle where you get everything all at once. I'll have all the links below in case you want to check it out. Everything will be in my description. Super stoked to be a part of this. This is such an awesome opportunity, an awesome time to connect with everyone. And I can't wait for the event happening next month.
Big thanks to 1000 and his team. They're working diligently getting the lights right in the studio, making sure the walls are prepped. And yeah, it's just about to go down.
We're all gonna be flying over to Michigan and we're gonna be having so much fun painting. There's gonna be a bunch of battles. We're gonna have a lot of little games going on.
Yep, everybody's gearing up for the most amazing event on YouTube. Montana cans just arrived at 1000 Studio, and we're waiting for the rest of the merch and prints to sign.
Once we all get the prints, we're actually going to be signing them all together. All 10 of us. We're also going to be going live where we're going to sign all the prints, all 10 of us like lined up. That's going to be super fun. So this is a super rare opportunity to get 10 amazing artists from around the world on one print signed. And there will also be a meet and greet in Michigan where you can meet us in person, get everything signed, and just hang out. So yeah, can't wait. More info will be on our social media, so be sure to follow all the artists, and we're going to be announcing everything as this month progresses. It's all going to be just coming out really fast. Super exciting. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed watching this process and getting a little behind the scenes on how this all sort of came together. There was a lot of work involved from all of us, and we really worked as a team to make this happen, and I'm just so grateful to be part of it. I personally have learned so much too, and just interacting with other artists, I always say and feel like is one of the greatest things. And I want to say, if you have that artist friend, or if you have a friend that you want to just get creative with, like give them a call and just maybe do a project together. Subscribe to the channel, subscribe to all the artists' channel. Let's keep this community growing, and stay tuned for all the amazing videos that are about to come out. I will see you guys in the next one.
If you guys have any ideas for the challenge cards, same idea. Leave it in the comments. Maybe we'll use yours. Audience participation, baby. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Bringt euer bestes Spiel, Jungs.